Happy Monday, everybody. It is a new week. That means we have a new Monday upon us, and that means I have new music to talk to you about. But, as I said in last week's episode, this week's episode is dedicated to none other than Mr. Harry Styles, or right here, for dropping his sophomore album, Fine Line. You guys, I heard it, I listened to it multiple times, and I'm like, no. We're scrapping everything. We're dedicating this whole episode to Fine Line because that's what it deserves. And I am here to tell you what are some of my favorite songs at the moment of this album and what you should add to your playlist. But we know the drill here at Melodies Music Highlights, that, you know, if you don't want to add it to your playlist and you just want to listen to it period point blank, well, if you go to the link in my description, I got a Spotify playlist, I got an Apple Music playlist, and what else do I got? I got this Humble Abode right here, a YouTube playlist. So check that out in the link in the description. So let's get on to with today's video. Let's go. Alrighty, there is no preview in today's episode because we're getting right onto it because that's what it deserves. Alrighty, let's go. Okay, so Fine Line is Harry Styles' sophomore album. It is a 12-track album, top to bottom, bottom to top, no skips, period point blank. And as I've said here before on Melodies Music Highlights, when you are creating a sophomore album, producing, writing, dropping it, whatever it may be, it is hard to bring in a sophomore album following a debut album that had so much momentum, so much positive, like, critical acclaim to it, and, you know, critics loved it, fans loved it, people who didn't even care about you liked it. So yeah, you're carrying that on your shoulders, and it's hard to come into a sophomore album to be like, okay, do I do what the critics want? Do I do what the fans want? Or do I do what I want? And I feel like he gave a little bit of everything to everyone, especially coming in, experimenting with new sounds and, you know, just new type of like songwriting abilities that we hadn't seen from him. And so it's great. And I honestly give credit where credit is due, whether you're a fan or not. I don't think it comes off that I'm a fan. Does it? I don't know. But I mean, your girl went to the one night only for him because that's what we do here at Melodies Music Highlights, as I said. That you got to give credit where credit is due. And truly, this is a strong sophomore album, so I give an applause to that. Now we gave that preface, and now we understood where we're going with this. So let me tell you what songs you need to listen to ASAP. Like, ASAP. Okay, so first of all, we are not talking about the singles because I have discussed this before on previous Melodies Music Highlights episode. Lights Up, Watermelon Sugar, Adore You. They are amazing in their own way, and I explain why. I will link them down below when I talk about them because those are a given that we appreciate. Again, 12-track album. I'm only talking about 3. It was very hard to pick 3. But the first song I'm talking about is Golden. Okay, so Golden opens up the album, and I feel like it is a very, very, what was I gonna say, strong, great, significant track to start off with in this album. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna try not to sound biased. I'm gonna try to sound like a critic. Honestly, it is a strong track to start with. It gives off the whole, I don't want to say vibe, you know, guys, that I don't like to use the word vibe that much, but it gives a good you know, welcome to the listener, to be like, hey, welcome to the roller coaster ride of what is going to be an emotional time when listening to this album. And Golden is the best track to start off that with. It kind of gives you like, okay, this is the sound we're going for. Ready for it? Cool. The background harmonies are bomb.com. Okay, and we have to discuss the multiple instrument. I can't even talk because I'm so shook. The multiple instruments used in the song. Okay, one, we got a slide guitar. Amazing. There's a glockenspiel in this track. Now, someone's going to come to me and be like, isn't that a xylophone? No. Xylophone and glockenspiel are two different things. Go on YouTube, this Humble Abode right here, and see the difference. Okay, hi. That's used in the song. And then my favorite part of the song, okay, besides seeing this live, which was incredible in itself, that it truly like brings the hype into your body, you ascend, okay? But the part towards the end on the last verse where it's the continuous vocals that we've heard throughout the song, but layered on top with, I'm gonna call it like fresh Harry vocals, where it's like just a whole different sound of his vocals singing the same lyric. just like layered on top of each other, and it's so good. Okay, so that's Golden. That's the first song. Let's take a listen. Let me know what you think. It is that mid-tempo to up-tempo song that really gets you going on this album. Let's take a listen.
You're so golden.
Alrighty, I'm gonna cut down my babbling because we are on to song number 2, which is none other than To Be So Lonely. Okay, now I gotta talk about To Be So Lonely in such passion, because when I heard this album for first listen, this song really struck a chord with me. It truly got my attention right there. When I listen to albums, again, besides the singles, I always try to listen for like a song that hooks me in right away. Again, I've talked about that here before, that it's pretty hard for me to get into a song at first listen, besides if someone that like I'm like a fan of, because even if it's trash, you'll still love it. But trash and Harry Styles do not go together because they are not synonymous with each other. Let's get that straight here, ladies and gentlemen. Now on to it. To Be So Lonely, it's such a beautiful song lyrically, because as we know, the whole album is either about being sad or it's about children watch these videos, so sex. So okay, either of that. And then another reason we should like this song, Harry Styles calls himself an arrogant SOB. When I tell you the fans sang that with such passion, and even he realized that, I was like, okay, I see you. Like, we get full circle moment that this coming. But To Be So Lonely, this whole album is such a self-reflection for him, but this song in particular is kind of like a pinpoint on self-reflection, because he realizes that being lonely and desperation never fills the void of heartbreak. And I truly felt that in this song. And the one thing that really I was like, wow, this is what makes a song so powerful, is the bass of the cello and how its rhythm just like flows through the track from beginning to end, especially in the bridge. That's why I love To Be So Lonely so much. Let me know what you think of the song. We're about to play it right now. Let's take a listen.
Don't call me baby, got your reason. Know that you're trying.
Alrighty, we have arrived to the third song in today's video, which is none other than Sunflower Volume 6. Now, I feel like I'm not giving as passion as I do in my other videos, because I feel like I'm like, am I choosing the right songs for people to listen to when they're first listening to Fine Line? But then I thought to myself, like, even if they don't listen to the songs that I talk about and just go on Fine Line, press shuffle, the music gods will give you a song that is nothing less than incredible to start off with, because as I said, top to bottom, bottom to top, there are no skips on Fine Line, ladies and gentlemen, period, point blank. But let's talk about Sunflower Volume 6. Now, if you have looked at the lyrics, whether, you know, my Harry Styles fans already know that they've looked at the lyrics, but please pull it up. I'll link it, the genius lyrics, down below. In the first verse, first couple of words that he says is melody. Now listen, when artists, I wish I got a live reaction of my face when I heard my name come out of this man's mouth. A moment to remember, a moment in time. Be still. Honestly, like, anytime an artist mentions my name in a song, automatic Grammy, automatic any music related award given to them, because I know I give impact to these artists. And like, Harry didn't tell me that he was saying my name. I mean, it was like, I was really shocked, ladies and gentlemen. Like, I didn't even know that I like gave so much, you know, to him. I'm just kidding. But yes, Sunflower Volume 6. Now let's get to the real tea of the song. So yeah, the synths that ride this wave in the song, like, so here's a surfboard, here are the synths riding the wave in the song. I don't know why I had to visualize that for you, but like, we're visual learners here on Melodies Music Highlights. Your girl doesn't have her glasses on, so definitely a visual learner. Close up, but that's how close. But yeah, it's like the synth pop vibe that I was getting off of this album. I was like, yes, give it to me. And then also, he's talked about in his Rolling Stone interview that he did mushrooms doing this album, and trust me, when you listen to the song, you can feel the mushrooms even going through your body listening to the song. Like, you can honestly sense that you're like, yup, this is the song that he was talking about on mushrooms. But yeah, that's what Sunflower Volume 6 is. It's like, it's just that fun song that I feel like he just wrote that he's like, yeah, this is going on the album because I am so hyped on mushrooms. But yeah, I like the psychedelic pop vibe, but let's get this straight. It's not psychedelic like Tame Impala psychedelic, that is just its own category. It's Harry Styles' experimental psychedelic on mushroom song that we're gonna listen to, and of course it's gonna be the part that he says your girl's name because that's what you deserve to hear. Let's take a listen. Let me know what you think.
Want you more than a melody. Let me inside. Wish I could.
Congratulations, you have arrived to the end of this week's Melodies Music Highlights video. The live studio audience is excited. I know you're excited. I'm excited. It was a whole thing. We love this moment here at Melodies Music Highlights. We love dedicating an episode to artists that are deserving of this moment. Yeah, so here's a quick summary rundown that I would like to give a fine line. And I know people are thinking, damn, this girl knows how to talk a lot about someone that she really likes. You're damn well sure about that. When we have passion here at Melodies Music Highlights about specific artists, we go all out, period. But yeah, so fine line, I feel like he's gotten influence of people that he's listened to before. Like, I can hear the Fleetwood Mac melodies in this album. I was shocked to say my own name. So what was that? Sorry. Fleetwood Mac melodies. And of course it's like he's gotten some inspiration from his debut album. I can totally hear like two specific songs on this album where I was like, oh, it sounds like those two songs on his debut album. So I could totally hear that as well. So he knew how to balance like debut album sound to a new sound, and of course coming together and experimenting on a whole new sound that we would never imagine Harry Styles doing or us even enjoying, but here we are. So let me know what you think of Fine Line overall. Comment down below what your favorite song is, and of course they're all in the Melodies Music Highlights playlist linked in the description. Where can you find it? We got a Spotify playlist, we got an Apple Music playlist, and of course this humble abode right here, we have a YouTube playlist. And of course, if you enjoyed today's video, I'm here every week talking about new music that drops. So make sure to subscribe, make sure to like this video, and turn on those bell, whatever, turn on that bell. You'll know when I upload because we love babbling. And of course, as King Barney says, sharing is caring. So I would love for you to share this video for another Harry Styles fan, because who doesn't love a breakdown of Fine Line? And who doesn't love a breakdown when listening to Fine Line? Bye guys, see you next week. And of course, stream Fine Line because that's what he deserves, period, point blank. Have a good one, guys.